Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
Welcome to the Dads of Main Street, where four dads explore what it means to be present, passionate, and maybe a little obsessed with theme parks. We're talking fatherhood, fandom, mental health, park tips, and everything in between. From character breakfasts to real conversations about being better men and better dads, this is where magic meets real life. Welcome to the Dads of Main Street.
No matter how big you get, I am your father.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Dads of Main Street, the podcast where four dads talk Disney parks, fatherhood, and finding the meaning in the magic. For this episode 5, we're going to do something a little bit different, but before that, let's go around the horn and meet the guys. First off, my name is Austin. Fun fact about me, I was actually one of 5 kids nominated to be an Oscar Mayer Wiener athlete. And yes, you heard that correctly, a Wiener athlete.
Wow, you're a wiener.
Wiener athlete. But then the whole program literally got shut down 48 hours before we filmed with me. So did not make it. But that was cool. I was nominated. So
That's
anyways,
awesome,
Josh, let's go with you, bro.
Well, funny you say that because I would have won Legends of the Hidden Temple, but I never applied.
Yeah.
But I totally would have won.
And totally.
And
totally.
Nickelodeon Guts, too. I would have won that. The Aggro Crag, I would have dominated that thing.
So good.
Marcus, what you been up to?
Not much, man. Fun fact about me, and I told this you. I have a cousin that's both my first and second cousin. It's kind of like a party.
I thought that was going a different way. So I'm really glad that.
Well, it's like a party
where's
trick.
that going?
Yeah, well, every time we were in college, we'd be talking to girls, and I don't know why we weren't very like I don't know why we led with that. It wasn't like a great like way to pick up chicks. Like, hey, we're like might be inbred, but I mean, it's legit. We could go into the lineage. We're not like related, but it's a fun fact about me. So, Sean, what about you, man? Can you top that?
I hope not.
My first, my cousin is both my first and second girlfriend. I think let's go. I didn't plan for this, so I'm gonna say fun fact about me is I used to be a rodeo clown.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
Badass. Excuse me. Yeah, that tops a lot. You got balls, bro.
You were a race car driver.
But
Shut up.
You're dealing with freaking bulls and all that. You got to be a hero.
The funny thing is, though, I would never ride one. I'd get in front of one any day. Wow. I would never get on the back of one
You're
ever.
Crazy. I would rather ride one than be in front of it. We're total opposites on that one. Insane. That's a sick fact. All 3 great facts, by the way. And Josh, I think me and you probably would have both won that. I'm just saying. So, I mean, watching him now, we're like that dumb kids that lost it. It pissed me off. But anyways.
Just calling them sissies all day. You sissies.
Sissies. We're glad you're here with us today. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. If you've been following along with over our first few episodes, first of all, thank you for that. And as much as we are enjoying this for ourselves, hearing from you as listeners has meant the world to us. So keep letting us know you're listening, and please help us continue to spread the word about this show. Just tell them the Dads of Main Street are like 4 really cool dads. We do some cool interviews sometimes. Like, you should check them out. It works. If you would consider leaving us a review, whether you listen or you watch on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, we might shout you out like we're about to right now with Captain Sully 1914 did say in the title, Dad Flex, 5-star review, and he said, this is really a great concept. Talking about fatherhood, mental health, and Disney together really got me in the feels. As a Disney adult and a dad of a neurodivergent kiddo, I really appreciate the positivity and the focus on being present for what matters in the parks and in life. Great work, guys. You know what, Captain Sully? We appreciate that on behalf of all of us here. Like, that's our goal right there. Trying to connect all of us men on a certain level of fatherhood, on our level of it's okay to just be weird and be yourself. We're
That's
all
right.
about it. All about it.
Right.
So
That's
thank
awesome.
you. Yeah,
No.
Go ahead, guys. If you got anything to say, follow up on that one. Go ahead.
No, I just appreciate the review. It's awesome to hear that actual people are listening to this podcast, I'll be honest. And reviews are proof of that. So
And that's not Sean's like secret screen name, Captain Sully.
I've got a bot
1914.
campaign, but this is not one of my bots.
Yeah, Captain Sully.
Is that
thank
the
you for
Captain
man.
Sully? Wow.
It is the real Captain Sully, guys. I proved it.
That's
I-
awesome.
I fact checked it.
So thank you again, Captain Sully. We appreciate it. This may be a show by
Yes,
Disney
thank
dads,
you.
but we want it for a show for everyone. So again,
That's right.
thanks for being here. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Appreciate all of you.
Yeah, well, hey, it's been a while since we've done this. I mean, at least
I know.
at least it feels like it has. I'm trying to last. When was it we recorded with Migs? Like three, 4
Probably
weeks
close
ago.
to 3 weeks ago now.
3 weeks ago. Yeah, because it's right before I went to Walt Disney World.
Yeah. So what you guys been up to, man? Y'all. I mean, Josh, I know you're not in the parks. You're getting closer though, right?
Wow.
Technically, our passes are
Today.
unblocked. We're going to go this Sunday, but we actually got to
Nice.
go into the parks, both parks, last Sunday for the Chalk Walk, the annual fundraiser event for the Children's Hospital of Orange County.
Yeah.
Nice.
So if you have followed me for a while, or know a little bit about my family story, our son, who's almost 3, spent a couple nights actually over his 2nd birthday last year at Chalk. So that cause means a lot to us as a family. So it's great for the 4 of us, including our son, to participate in that fundraiser, and we each raised the money, and really good stuff. Funny story about that is we basically there was 2 days to pick up your your shirt and all your event stuff, and on the Saturday check-in was till 4:00. No joke, we rolled in at like 3:56.
Oh, jeez.
And they're like, we don't have your shirt size left. And I'm like, didn't I put that on the form? Like, don't you ask for the shirt size? And they're like, yeah, but people change. And in my head, I'm like, this isn't the time to be a jerk.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this is a fundraiser event.
Yeah.
But they're like, we have 3X or youth small.
Oh, no.
Oh,
And
man.
I said, I'm good. give my 2-year-old, who has been a Chalk kid, a youth small, and it still was like down to his knees, but it was cute to see him running around with that shirt on. But overall,
Amazing.
a great event, even though I was the guy who didn't have the matching shirt with my family. I still felt good that I passed my minimum fundraiser amount. So great to be
That's
back at the
awesome,
parks, see so many people walking for a wonderful cause. So yeah, we're looking forward to being back for a real park day this weekend as well.
Can you explain what that is real quick? I'm someone that doesn't live down there. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, so Children's Hospital of Orange County,
Okay,
they
makes
do
sense.
a lot of great work helping kids. And this event takes place each year at Disneyland, and it is just that. It's a walk in the park. Before the park opens, you kind of go through every land. You get to see different characters, and really it's just to raise money and awareness about the work that they do. So seeing it firsthand and being, personally benefited from it with the awesome team they have there, it felt like a no-brainer to participate. And seeing so many families, like, instead of having their kid there, having like a sign with pictures of their kid, it's like, man, it was as fun of an event it is. It's like it really brought things into perspective, and like, man, I'm walking here with my kid right now. Other people are walking for their kids
Yeah.
Yeah.
who can't be there.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
yeah, incredible event, and couldn't be more lucky that I can share my son's story, but also have him there on my shoulders and running around the park. So
Dude, that's awesome, man. It's been a while since we've been on here, obviously. So we had a cardiologist. We've already talked about this. So we went to my son's cardiologist appointment here at Texas Children's, and like, man, there's something just so comforting about Disney. Like, it's crazy to say, but like like you go in, it's a Texas Children's, it's a children's hospital, right? You go in and they have like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, and like we're there with my son for some real life stuff. And I'm not saying like Disney's like the cure, but it definitely does like ease that, like, I don't know, man, it's just so calming. We go into the room and they got Walt Disney stuff all, I don't know, it's just crazy. I mean, it's meant for the kids, but me as a Disney adult, it's like working for both of us, right? And I just love that, like, that Disney, just, I mean, all the nurses at our hospital, they all have like Disney characters on their badges. So I know it's by design, and I love that they do that, because I think it's just so cool, man.
yeah, I was looking back the other day at pictures of like, the couple nights we spent in the hospital, and he got discharged on his birthday. which was great. So the whole staff sang to him.
Oh.
They had like a whole gift bag of stuff for him. And looking back at the photos, I'm like, oh, the Mickey Mouse he like takes in the car to school every day is the one that the nurses team gave him that morning. And like I realized that the weekend of the chalk walk, so kind of full circle.
That's
but
sweet.
yeah, like I mean, Mickey and Disney, it just like brings joy to all the best places. So
Yeah,
sure.
that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well, we are officially, I'll just go and say, for me, I am so pumped. We are in the month of August. That means college football is like weeks away, which I know, Sean, you're not a sports ball fan.
Huge sports ball fan. That's all I ever do.
But for us sports ball fans, this is like the time of the year that we all wait for. I love it because it makes like the time between Disney trips go by that much faster, right? You know, like I'm counting. This is the first time I've had a countdown in between a Disney countdown. I think we're 25 days away from the first football game, and so I'm excited, man. School's starting. It's about to get crazy because you know the fall is busy for sure.
Yeah. And you're a big Alabama fan, right?
No.
Oof.
No. I mean, I don't take offense to that. I wish, man. Yeah, I wish I was an Alabama fan. I'd have a lot more to be happy about. No,
I don't know much about college football, but I do know that is not a good thing to say to somebody that's not an Alabama fan.
you're a UT fan.
No, yeah, not even yeah, that's the one you don't want to say. I think you knew that though. But no, I mean, we've just been, like I said, we're getting ready for school. My daughter, she has like all these checklists. She always like does like a checklist or like a bucket list what she wants to do before the summer's over. And sometimes it includes try spicy guacamole. So we don't really we don't set the bar very high here.
I love that. That's so good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So we knocked that off the list. But no, man, we're ready for school to start. As bittersweet as it is, I think we're ready to get into the swing of things. So
Yeah.
I love it. Sean, what about you, man? What you been up to?
Oh, well, we had a really great trip to Walt Disney World. We did 10 days. Getting it off the ground was really tough, though. Our first 2 days were brutal. Like rental car issues, hotel issues. Tabitha got sick at Universal, like heat stroke practically. Spent some time in health services. But I tell you what, as soon as we got into the Disney bubble, everything was just so easy and so good and so fun. And it's a family trip. We do this every year for our birthdays, and so spending time with my family is awesome. I love it. But with Walt Disney World, I usually get a day where it's just Kenzie and I, so I get to spend time with her, and we go and try to do Tower of Terror as many times as we can because that's her favorite ride. And so we got on it 3 times this trip, and so the trip in general was a blast. I had so much fun, but that time spent with Kenzie was just it's unmatched. And so we had a really good time. But other than that, I've just been kind of like focused on my weight loss journey. I'm down I'm down over 30 pounds since I started it, and I'm really excited about that. I feel better. I wore a pair of pants today that they didn't fit me when I bought them, and that was awesome. And I bought them a long time ago, so that's cool. I'm really having a good time with kind of seeing myself come back to what I used to be. And then I think to round it out, I started a revolution on social media this week, which was a blast. I've always the reason I'm bringing this up on this show is because anybody that's listened to the past episodes, it's been thrown around that I'm an anti-influencer. I can't stand the culture. I don't like it at all. So I just kind of like took a stand and put myself on a soapbox and spoke out about people that are being like super disrespectful in the parks, mistreating cast members, disrespecting guests, using it as their personal ATM. And as it's at about 500,000 views on TikTok and climbing. People are just over it. People are over that culture. So I'm glad I got to do that. I'm pretty proud of myself for that one.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome, man. I'm glad that trip turned out to be better than how it started.
Dude, the trip was crazy. I ended up having to dispute the initial hotel charge at the hotel that was across from Universal. There was blood on the walls. I peed in a shower.
Oof. Oof.
because the toilets would not work and they would not send help. So like it was pretty bad.
Oh.
It was pretty bad.
Have you guys seen
But it got so much better.
the Poop Cruise on Netflix?
Yes.
Oh my
I'm gonna
God,
start-
that's
I
my
will
first
start
not
my
watch.
own.
I will not watch
Yeah.
Yeah, and speaking of that, like I'm 3 weeks away from going on a cruise, so I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
Poop Cruise 2.0, let's go. I'm
So I'm
ready.
going to do a documentary about our 1 day or our 2 days in Universal and call it the Piss Tub.
The piss tub. I love it. Yeah, for me, like we're like I said, 3 weeks away from Alaska cruise. Kind of excited for that.
Yeah.
Got a lot like starting up right now. Getting back. Hockey is starting again for me. So I don't know if you guys know, I play beer league hockey basically. So that's my Wednesday. So we
Yeah,
might have
nice.
to do another day for our filming because I know we normally
For
do
sure.
Wednesday. Unless you want to I'll just be on the rink. But hey guys, hold on, I'm gonna
That'd be
go
okay,
do
too.
shift. Yeah. But yeah, so that's starting up. Maverick is.
All right, let's go to the action camp.
yeah. I'll be like, hey guys, hold on, here we go. Everything's going good though. Nothing really exciting going on right at the moment, but we're getting ready. I'm in that lull of like, isn't Halloween yet? Because like it's
Yeah.
dragging. Okay, this is just a quick question. I know we've got our topic to get to, but are you guys like Halloween early, or we're waiting until September, or what's your threshold? Sean, you're already shaking your head no. So what is it?
So I had to go. I had something cool going on at Disneyland today, and so I popped into the parks, and so first, the amount of Halloween stuff is crazy. There's so much stuff, but it's all good stuff, right? It's just weird because it's August, it's not, and it's not even like late August. It's August 6th as we're recording this. Like, so to have that much Halloween merch is weird to me. I'm glad that it's not decorated yet, but I know that's coming. The thing that bothers me the most is seeing, everybody saw the videos. They launched merch, and there was a line through downtown Disney, and people were crawling over each other to grab a merch item, and it's just so gross. It's so gross to me. Like, and especially knowing that same merch that they were fighting over that day, I saw in ample supply today with not a single person around it. You know what I mean?
Of course.
And that's just part of the culture that I'm just not a fan of. And it's exploitation because, people are trying to make people feel like they're not as big of a fan because they're not there that day.
True.
It's just, I don't like it. It's not so much the season. It's more the hullabaloo that comes with it. I like Halloween. I love Christmas. So that can't come soon enough. So
Yeah.
when that launches, I'm not going to have any complaints.
I'm with you.
I'm in a similar boat. Like I think of Christmas as a season and Halloween
Yeah.
as a holiday. So to think that Halloween actually gets more
Yeah.
time in the parks,
Yeah.
it's like 2.5 months versus like, a month and a half.
I still,
Yeah.
I was always Christmas, and then once having kids and like being in the parks around Halloween time, I started to enjoy it a lot more. And just I'll just drop a little hint here. Since Halloween time starts on my birthday this year,
yeah.
at least at Disneyland, I'm very excited for that day specifically because I do look forward to it. Even though I'll be sweating my ass off, I'll at least be wearing a birthday pin. So.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I won't poo-poo the season, or as Josh said, I agree with you. It's a holiday, not a season. It's not so much that it's the thing that, and as it pertains to Disneyland, like as a park and me going and enjoying it, I don't like the holiday overlay for Haunted Mansion, and that's my favorite attraction. So when I lose the mansion for half the year because of Halloween and Christmas, it bums me out.
I get that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited. I'll be honest. I'm in Texas, so for me, like, Halloween. I guess I'm looking forward to cooler weather, right?
Yeah,
Plus,
for
like,
sure.
for me, like we've done both parties at Walt Disney World. To me, the Halloween party is hands down the best hard ticket event. I want to do Oogie Boogie Bash. I know the Oogie Boogie went up today. I saw at DCA, right, or this
Yeah,
week.
you did. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which I remember being there in 2019 and hearing him like scream at the Esplanade.
Well.
I can.
What do we have here?
Yeah, I could just I'm instantly transported to that. Like I definitely want to get out to Disneyland to do that party again. Actually, at that time we didn't even know what hard ticket events were, so we were the people who were trying to stay on Ariel and not get kicked out of the park, right? They're looking for wristbands, and we're trying to ride as many rides as we possibly could. But
I paid my money. I paid good money for this.
Yeah, but no, I'm looking forward to it. But I'm with you, though. I can understand that. I mean, the year goes by so fast as it is. You know, that's the thing. Obviously, we're all dads, right? You know, you look forward to these events, but, you know, like, you don't want to fast forward time as well, because the time with your kids is precious, and you're not trying to, like, move to Halloween. But I mean, I'm just going to say, I know we've done it in the past, but anybody got any dad flex before we get into the topic? I don't have any. I've just been working. That's a dad flex in itself. Just surviving, man.
Surviving.
Yeah. What about you guys? Any?
Maverick has now figured out that if he hides stuff in trash cans, we won't find it. So he is now, he's a year and a half. I mean, 18, 19 months. I don't know where he's at now. Bad dad. But anyways, he has now figured out, like, if I just, like, go put something in the trash can, like in the bathrooms or anything like that, like, no one will find it. And then all of a sudden we're like, why is he digging in trash? And he's like, oh, here's a ball. I'm like, are you kidding me, dude? How are you this, like, he's so smart. Like, if I'm grabbing something he wants, he watches where you put it, and then he'll forget about it, or you think he forgot about it, and then sooner or later I see him reaching out for it. I'm like, this little turd. So not really like a dad flex, but it's like...
You forgot
I forgot. I got a million things going on, and his brain is like, that one thing. I know I'm going to get it. And so, not really a flex, but something funny that's happening with him right now. You guys get to hear, like, all the early stages of, like, a child again from me. So
bringing back memories for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome.
My son still thinks he's a dog, so.
Oh, that's awesome. That's amazing.
I guess dogs dig through trash, too.
Kenzie turned 17 in just a couple weeks, and it's freaking me out. 9 days, and she's 17, which means she's a junior in high school now, and it's freaking me out, man. I'm like, where did all this go? It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
But like I said, I think on the last episode, I'm just glad that she, or maybe one of the episodes, I'm just glad that she still, like, wants to be around, around me, you know? She's a good kid.
Yeah, that's the dream.
It's really fun to watch.
Thanks.
Yeah.
She's fun. We went into actually, this could be a flex, I guess. We went into the parks today, like I said, for just a little bit, but a lot of it was to get content. There's a little secret project that I'm working on, and I'm really excited to talk about it once it comes to fruition. But we were doing a little bit of that, but then we just made just a ton of reels and things that we've never done before. Like, I've never danced on Main Street. I've never done silly things. I've made a few fun reels, don't get me wrong, but like the staged, like lip syncing or dancing, like it's just not something I've done. And we did a few of them today, and I was like, this is actually a blast. So we had a really good time today for as short of a time we were there.
That's cool, man. I
It's
can't
all
wait to
about
see
getting
that.
out of your comfort zone and trying new things. And it is, again, fun to watch from afar.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate that.
Well, let's not get into any more sob stories about how much we love our kids. Let's talk about something fun tonight. So I wanted to do something a little different from what we've done the last few episodes. And you often hear the term, like, the movies that made us, right? You know, you see the Netflix special about, like, Home Alone, and you watch the behind the scenes or whatever. But it made me thinking, like, what about the dads that made us? Not our own dads. We could probably spend hours talking about that, but that's for our therapists. Tonight, I want to talk about the Disney dads that made us, whether it's the best dads, the baddest dads, maybe some dads who wish they had a do-over, from anything from DCOM. I know Austin loves a good Disney Channel original movie.
Absolutely.
Or sitcoms from, growing up, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars movies, you name it. I thought it'd be fun to kind of talk through some Disney dads from the screen that come into our lives. So depending on when you watch something, it has a very different impact on you. For example, I realized after I wrote this that I chose a character that doesn't have a dad, but for the example, I'll still use it. If our young kids watch Toy Story now, like, it's one of my son's favorite series, right? He can just watch them all in a row. He'll watch 2, he'll watch 4, he'll watch 1, he'll watch 2 again. 2. It's just unlimited access, and they can watch their favorite characters anytime they want, but it kind of throws off any sort of real connection to, like, growing with them, right? So when Toy Story 3 came out, I felt like I was about Andy's age. And, Toy Story, the first one came out, I was 5. And the third one came out, I'm close to 20. So being able to grow along with him, you just kind of connect with the stories a little bit differently. So I think there can be some great impact on our lives with characters that we see on the screen, even though they're fictional, right? So
Yeah.
Even though Andy's dad is not in the picture, and I'm curious if they'll ever touch that, or
I feel like they're going to talk about it this movie.
I hope that
I have
they
a
don't go
feeling.
beyond 5. Toy Story's
yeah,
fun.
no,
Please,
I know.
please
Yeah,
stop.
please.
But so if they don't go into Andy's dad's story, that's okay. But I wanted to talk through this topic tonight. So my first question for you guys is, as we talk about the Disney dads that made us, right? What do we think makes some good dad characteristics in a fictional character? And what are maybe some tropes that we need to or hope to see, kind of shaken off as writing evolves and adjusts with the time? So what would you say is part of building the perfect dad? Is it Mr. Incredible's strength? Is it someone's sense of humor? Is it Goofy's silliness? What is it? What jumps out to you guys?
I've always found and I think this is an easy one, but I've always loved Goofy in a Goofy movie, because there are so many times that me speaking from a guy my age, like I just turned 46 a couple weeks ago, and so I'm a little bit farther out than a lot of people that are like, I love Goofy movie, because I was a little bit older when it came out, but I didn't really appreciate it at the time until I actually became a dad, where I'm like, he's actually a good dad because he's goofy. He's he up until the point that I watched him growing up, and he was just goofy. He was clumsy and weird and had a funny scream. But up until then, like in my teens, he wasn't a dad. He was just a goofy guy. But like you look at the whole like overarching theme of that movie, and like there's this road trip. It's this really sad and misguided attempt to reconnect with his son, but by the end, like he learns to kind of meet Max where he's at instead of like expecting him to act a certain way, and I think Max kind of does the same in response to that, and I think that's growth, and I think that by the time that comes to a head, he's trying to understand his kid, which makes him a lot more present, a lot more engaged. But man, like even as if you look at the character as a friend to Mickey and Minnie and Donald, like he's a very like loyal guy, and so like I don't know, to see that kind of dynamic from this character that was just this goofy guy, it's in his name, and turn it into like he showed up, he connected in a way that made sense for his kid, and he learned from the mistakes that had happened leading up to that point.
That's a solid answer, Sean.
Yeah, I love that. Being goofy's important, but being loyal is important.
Yeah.
Meeting our kids where they're at is important. So yeah, even though that movie's 30 years old, it's like they really hit on some great stuff that is
for sure.
as prevalent now as ever for us dads.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I have to agree with you. I think all the best sitcoms, the dad is usually like goofy, right? My favorite, and it's ABC, so I think it's considered a Disney
Swear to
dad.
God, if you say my name right now, the one that I'm thinking, go for it, Marcus, go.
I'm gonna say Phil Dunphy from Modern Family.
Okay.
Okay, good. That's a good one.
Dude, that guy, like, I think it's maybe it's just because that's how I try to go about it. Trying to. I don't know. I'm always so concerned and worried about my kids, just being so worried about them caring too much about what other people think. Like, almost to the point where I feel like I go out of my way to, like, almost put myself in positions where, like, be the butt of the joke so that they, like, don't feel ashamed to be the butt of the... if that makes sense. I hope I'm making sense. And so I feel like Phil Dunphy does just... Like, he's just not... It's just... He is who he is. And he's not ashamed. He's quirky, but I don't know. So to me, that is like, maybe it's just who I identify as. That's how I try to parent as a dad. I mean, there's a lot of other things that I try to work into my parenting, but for me, I'm with Sean. That's kind of where I'm at as well.
That's a great one. I think,
Yeah, I like that.
He's silly, and he doesn't take himself too seriously, but he also, I feel like, connects with his kids individually each really well. I used to love that show. And fun fact, we bumped into him at Downtown Disney one time. He like literally physically bumped
Nice.
into my wife and I.
That's amazing. I didn't watch that show very much, but I've seen a lot of like clips, like one-offs, quotes that he's had or moments that he's had from the show, and I always like tear up when I see those because he might be like the doofy dude, but he is like a genuine good dad. That character is so good. So I appreciate that.
It's
for
almost
sure.
worth watching just for him.
Yeah.
It's like any sitcom that does well, it kind of probably ran its course and went a little too long, but he, like you said, so many funny moments of him just like sitting on the couch, right? Or memeable things. He's a good one.
Well, I think also too, like for me and him, like my father-in-law is so much like the guy from Married with Children, the dad.
Al Bundy.
Yeah, Al Bundy.
Who's also the dad. He's the grandpa in Modern Family.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like my father-in-law is so much like him, and I am like this like goofy like son-in-law, right? And I'm like trying to like get my father-in-law's like like love and affection, but we're just totally different people. But we find a way to make it work. So I don't know. Maybe that's.
You had told a story recently on your Instagram stories about not having a tool or whatever it was. I was laughing so hard. I was like, this poor guy is just trying to keep up with his father-in-law.
Yeah, I mean, every time I go, he's like giving me walkie-talkies. He's giving me a generator, like. Like he doesn't think he thinks his daughter is just like done for. If anything ever goes down, like. Yeah.
He's just trying to be a protective dad still, and he's like, Marcus, you got a plunger? Marcus, do you have a drill?
All right, Austin, what do you think makes a good Disney dad?
I think being real. I think that's a big connecting factor. You guys may laugh, but this is going to go to Scott Calvin from, the Santa Claus.
Oh, okay.
So at the beginning, selfish, only wants to do what he wants to do. He's late to go get Charlie. He's late to just be home and be there for him. Like, yeah, he's a good dad, to some degree. He, tries to do all right. But then it's not until he realizes, like, hey, maybe my son's right when he does become Santa Claus and goes down that path that he has, like, this redeemable quality of, like, hey, like, I'm sorry. Like, I screwed up. Like, I was being, selfish. He even says it. Like, and then I think Charlie, what does Charlie say right there? He's like, oh, you're in denial or something like that. And like, it's a funny dad moment, but I think that's the ultimate thing that as I'm getting older and in my early stages of fatherhood is being that just be real. Like no one is perfect. I would love to be a DCOM dad. I would love to be, and here I'm going to do it again. I would love to be like an Alan Matthews on Boy Meets World, be the perfect father all the time and know the right things to say, but even in that show too, he's real. Like he is an experience. This is my experience, son, of what I've been through. And look, life's going to be hard at times, but this is how we get through it. And and again, I just think a father that's redeemable is probably the most real as far as connection wise when you're watching. Someone seeing that rise and fall of a dad to then build back up. I mean, even with Goofy, right? He had a self-realization that later on that like, why am I trying to change my son? That's who my son is. I need to appreciate him and connect with him. And then they wind up doing the sickest scene like in, Disney Channel movie or Disney movie history. Like,
and sometimes that means, and I'm learning this, real time having a teenage girl that I'm responsible for on a day-to-day basis. And it's sometimes really important to step back and be like, listen, like, I know that you're doing your thing and you're learning and you're trying to grow. Please understand that this is the first time I'm doing this too. Like this is the first time I've been in this situation as well. So, when you have a kid that is also like able to kind of give you some grace when you screw up, because I've screwed up a lot. And when you have a kid that's like, yeah, I get that. Like, I understand and I love you anyway. That's super important. So I would say like, as you watch your kids grow, if you've got toddlers or babies or even like tweens right now, like just be honest with them. Like you're trying as hard as you can, and this is a situation that you've never been in before. So, you're doing it at the same time, unfortunately, and they lean on you for the answers, but sometimes that answer is like, I don't know, but let's figure it out together,
Yes.
And it's funny you brought up Scott Calvin. He was on my list to talk about. Like they really leaned into the redemption there because they leaned in more on how big of a piece of shit he was.
He was at the beginning.
Trash.
Yes.
That guy sucked.
He sucked. And my wife's like, we were talking about it before we jumped on here, and she was like, "Nah, he wasn't that bad of a dad." I'm like, "No, he was. He was selfish.
Oh, he was awful.
Selfish."
That was him in Jungle in the Jungle as well, right? Where he's like that was just like his role, I guess.
And he just played it well.
But yet he was a good dad in Home Improvement, so it's kind of
Home
funny.
Improvement, he's great.
Yeah,
But then,
yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, he was trash. Scott Calvin.
I'd say for me, like without getting too far into the next question, I think a characteristic I really like from a character like Mufasa is like how much of an impact he left on his son, to the point where even, when Simba's looking at a reflection, he's like, is that me or is that my dad in the water?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And, that goes into like the parallels of like the Black Panther story, a lot of similar stuff there. But I think just a realization of like we literally imprint so much onto our kids, especially at such a young age, that something like that is so meaningful. And I think a great story. I mean, Lion King is an all-time classic and always will be. And I think it's because it kind of hits on all different levels. It's like kind of scary for younger kids, but there's still parts that they can enjoy. And the songs are just banger after banger. But then there's, there is stuff for the adults as well, even though when it came out, we were too young to, catch that stuff. It's like all coming around again. So that one stuck out to me for sure.
Yeah, I want to tack on to your Lion King thing because they did it. I think, from a story perspective, like they did such a great job because he was not only like a good father, like every bit of his dialogue during his living years in that movie were just so impactful. Like, find out who you are and be that person. But he was, and that made him a great leader, but he was also a great dad, and he was able to like, mix the two together and still be good at both things.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, to your point, yeah, we still can talk through kind of like some of the bad tropes, right? So, we talked a little about Scott Calvin, and at the beginning, he's just kind of a selfish jerk, and he doesn't really want to even spend time with his kid. He forgets to do the things that he's supposed to do, all that stuff. But then there's the redemptions, the ending, right? It's always got to have a happy ending with Disney for the most part. Right. But yeah, what are some of the other like bad tropes that I guess make a bad dad in these movies or shows? Can you think of any?
Emotionally unavailable.
Yeah.
Look at all of them. It's
It's like, oh, I guess mom finally gets a scene because dad's not.
Yeah.
Dad can't talk to dad.
I got a bad dad, and you guys may laugh at this one, but we're gonna go down this path. So we're going Darth Vader. Bad dad. What a dad.
Misunderstood.
No, he tried to kill his son. He took his arm. He took it. I mean, all
He was
that,
willing
okay?
to kill so many other kids so that his kids had less competition in the Jedi hierarchy. That's how I see it now.
Oh, that's hilarious.
so funny.
I do like that
He was
James Earl
willing to-
Jones probably played the best and worst on-screen dad of all time.
That's a good point
Oh,
for sure.
That's true.
Yeah.
What
For sure.
range?
Range, right? Oh, that's hilarious. But I would say, yeah. But at the end, again, redemption, right? The very, very end, right? Darth Vader comes around. But
Yeah. Wait,
still,
spoiler. Whoa, spoiler.
Whoa, I'm sorry. Forgive me. How dare I?
Yeah, it's still pretty new, man.
I mean,
Depends on the order you watch
apologies.
them.
But I mean, true. I apologize for that one.
Well,
But
let's. Yeah.
go.
Darth Vader, not great.
No.
So before we get into my next question, which I'll give you guys a second to kind of think through it, we'll just give like top few, your favorite dads, whether you add a Y or if you just want to give a list. But when I was like researching today, just to get some like lists and be ready with some names, one inside joke I have with some of my like travel agent people I work with is like never trust Google AI. Like the first summary, because there's always something that's not quite right there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I looked up Marvel dads, right? And the third ranked Marvel dad, Superman.
Oh,
for
my
sure.
God.
Yeah, absolutely. He was a great father.
Thank you,
He was a
Google,
great
for
father
that.
in the MCU.
Okay, so on that note, give us your top 3 Disney dads and why. And I'll start. I already said Mufasa.
Yeah.
He's definitely one. I do think Goofy, which we also touched on, was going to be one for me. And then originally I was going to say Mr. Incredible, but I kind of think I'm going to save him for a different answer because he kind of has a little bit of back and forth going. But as far as from the Marvel universe, I love Scott Lang, Ant-Man.
Oh yeah,
nice.
yeah.
It's
that's
kind of
good,
like
man.
not quite the Santa Claus redemption where like he was a jerk. He was never really a jerk. He just made some bad decisions. But like he always was there. He was always right by his kid when he was there. Right. He's always he's funny and he's doing whatever he can for her. And I'm just like a Paul Rudd stan. So I love Scott Lang. One of the best MCU castings ever. Great Marvel dad.
I'm gonna one up everybody before you even say anything, and I'm gonna say that the best Disney dad was Walt Disney himself.
Well,
And he is a character
Yeah.
because he had a TV show. So
Wow.
shut it. No, but from like movies and stuff, yeah, Mufasa is definitely up there. Goofy, obviously, but one guy that I think gets forgotten a lot is Marlin.
Yeah.
from Finding
Yeah.
Nemo.
Yes.
That guy was willing to go to the ends of the sea for his son.
Ends of the world. Yeah. Ends of the seas.
Yeah, he
and
put
Nemo's
himself
kind of
in-
like a little punk. Like
he's a little punk,
he's kind of a
man.
brat.
He touched the butt.
He touched
Touched
the
the
butt,
butt.
and everything went to shit. But yeah, Marlin was like,
Marlin's
look,
great.
my son is gone. He didn't call the cops. He didn't rely on public services. Like
Yeah.
he took it upon himself to just go swim around and find him. And that was a pretty deep story, I think.
Yeah, that's a great
awesome,
choice. Marcus, what about you? Who's on the top of your list?
Yeah, I mean, Goofy, obviously, that's on my list. Mufasa as well. But you know what? I think what I like about Mufasa is I think you could tell, because this is something that I did with my kids. Like, I have to strike the balance between being a fun dad, but then also trying to, like, educate and teach my kids as well.
Yeah.
And I think, like, Mufasa's character, like, carries, it's not a burden, but it's, like, a responsibility, right? To, like, prepare your kids, teach them and, parent them the way that they should be. And so you can feel the weight. Obviously it's, he's raised him to be the king, whatever. But yeah, I mean, so I don't know. And honestly, Mufasa's the Mufasa movie as well. Like, I like Mufasa before, but that movie just added to like his character as a whole. So I came out being a massive fan of Mufasa after the
Nice.
Mufasa movie. But
Yeah,
one
man.
that,
Even after death, it's like let the guy rest.
I
Still
know.
giving good advice.
I didn't see that one because the trailer made it seem like I should feel empathetic for Scar, and I'm like, that's just not going to happen.
I will never.
I just can't do it.
You should watch it. It's good, man. But my last dad, he kind of doesn't get, but it's Riley's dad from
Yes.
Inside Out.
Yeah, dude.
Because
Yeah.
he's clearly an involved dad. Like there's all these scenes where he's being goofy. But what I like about Riley's dad too is that he's also like, at the end of the day, like I try to be a good dad, but there are times where like I should be listening, but I'm like spaced out, and he's just like a real dad. Like, when he's like sitting at the table and he's like thinking about the game and his wife has to like bug him or whatever. So like, to me, I like him because I feel like he's probably like the most real dad there is when it comes to the Disney dads in terms of like, he's a great dad, but at the end of the day, he's not perfect.
Dude, if you were to say who's the most relatable or who would you compare yourself to, Riley's dad 100% is how I parent. I'm there and I love you and I will do anything for you, but I'm also kind of like, what the fuck am I doing? What do I got going on? Oh, I got another 10 views on TikTok. Like, there's just a lot going on, So I love that. That's so good. Riley's dad is, he's going towards the top of my list, man.
That's
Great
solid
choice.
right there.
That's good.
All right, Austin, who'd we miss?
So I'm gonna eliminate Alan Matthews. I already said like top dad right there. Someone that I could totally, try to go for that. I would say Red Foreman again from that 70s show. Great dad too. He's got some redeeming qualities there. Okay, so I'm scratching those off real quick. So let's get real here.
Dumbass.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw an oddball right off the bat. I'm gonna say Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Nice.
I think I'm
Wow.
leaning towards dads that have made me just cry like a baby because you
Yeah.
just see that love. And Yondu at the end saying, he may have been your father, but he ain't your daddy. And I'm all bawling my eyes out because something about him, I think he's one of the most badass Marvel characters of all time. A great,
For
amazing
sure.
casting there. Yondu's a fucking badass. I'm just going to say that. But the ultimate, they have this back and forth father-son kind of figure talk the whole time, and at the very end it like just comes together. Like, I've always been looking out for you whether you believe it or not, and like I took care of you. So great, Yondu right there.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. Another dad that just flies under the radar, Pacha from Emperor's New Groove is on my list of being just a solid dad. Again, going to the ends to like protect his family and try to convince the Emperor that you're making this all wrong. And the amount of like love that he winds up showing the Emperor of like, hey, this is family. Like, this is what we all live for. It's not being the solo great person that you think you are in your own mind. It's about like, growing your kids to be what they were, and to grow your family and be that leader is always a classic one. And then here we go, another left field. You guys are gonna be like, what the heck? So Saving Mr. Banks, the limo driver Ralph, when he talks about the sun being out, and that he gets to like take his daughter who's in a wheelchair outside to like experience like just being outside. Again, these are all dads that have like made me cry in one way or another, and very impactful. And maybe they're not like a huge role, but they're little moments of showing how much love they have towards their kids. Just makes me just bawl my eyes out, and I totally connect on that sense. I want to be that dad. I want to be that person that shows my kids like, you are loved, dude. Like, I will go to the end of the earth to make sure that you're taken care of. Or I want to be the dad. But do I have my mistakes? Absolutely. Like you said, like, I'm learning as I go.
I don't have more, dude.
No one's got a freaking like play-by-play of like, hey, this is the perfect kid to 18 years old. This is how you do it. It's not.
Yeah.
So
there is nothing in this world that I can think of that makes you feel so good and like the biggest failure in the world than being a dad. There is nothing on this planet that compares.
Yeah, agreed.
Well, those are great.
You got to focus on the good ones.
Yeah,
Focus
those
on
are
the
great
good ones.
answers. And when I was kind of looking through lists of names and thinking about like, okay, if I were to build the ultimate dad and had like all the best characteristics, you think like, okay, strength, like, okay, Mr. Incredible, sure.
Yeah.
But then it got me thinking like, is he a great dad? Like, did he kind of like, could he use a do-over? I know
feel like he's
there's
a
been
real
2
dad.
movies, but like they're making
He's
a
a
third
real
one.
dad.
He's realistic.
Because he like embarrasses Violet about meeting the boy.
He does.
She sprays
Yes.
milk
Yeah.
out of her nose. He loses his shit over the homework. Like, he's a real dad, I would say.
He is a real dad. Yeah, he could definitely use some do-overs. And one or two too many times. He'd rather go be a superhero than be a dad.
Oh, yes.
And be present with his kids. So if there were other dads who could use a do-over, right? Maybe they didn't get the redemption story arc like Scott Calvin. What dad could use a do-over? Because I did think Mr. Incredible. Maybe he gets a little bit of the spotlight in the next movie, or even like a Maurice in Beauty and the Beast. Like, that dude's just, he's so into tinkering with his stuff. Like, he's not really even a dad. So there's got to be some others out there that need a do-over.
My list here. You guys are like, what?
King Triton kind of sucks.
Oh, dude, you took mine away. I was gonna say
Wait,
King
who?
Triton, man, from
That's
Little
who I was
Mermaid.
gonna say.
Oh man, look
That's
at all of
exactly what I was
us.
gonna say.
Okay, good. Then
Give me your reasons and I'll tell you mine.
I mean, he gave 2 shits about his daughter. He's like, go, here you go.
I know.
Here you go. And then like, you're not my daughter. He had like 9 others.
I was gonna
didn't
say
he, too?
maybe he had too many.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I could lose one. Here you go.
He was burnt out for sure. But like, that dude, he dismissed everything that she wanted, cared for, or loved. He literally destroyed her safe space. Literally destroyed it.
A bit
and
excessive there.
He has no clue what this poor girl wants and what her dreams are, and the whole part of your world. He didn't do anything to understand her part of the world. Like, he had no clue. And the only thing that redeemed him is he killed some big crazy lady that was trying to kill her. Like, of course, any dad's gonna do that. That's not his redemption. Is not great.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not great.
No.
I think Pete from the Goofy movie.
Oh,
that
he's-
guy.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
All timer.
Yeah, he needs a do-over for sure, man.
When you see
just
like
trying
you
to-
see how it kind of rubs off on his kid, right? Like PJ's
Yeah.
not like the best kid. It's straight from the dad.
Well, he's one of those dads that's just trying to buy his kids love.
Yeah.
You know? Like
Yeah.
he doesn't want to understand him or you know, partake in any of his interests. He just wants to go, hey, you see this big bad thing that costs a lot of money? We have it. Here's this big trailer. Yeah.
That is a hard one though, because most of these movies redeem, like, right? Most of Disney stuff
And
does,
they should.
But King
Yeah.
Triton's trash.
Dude,
Just
fuck
saying.
King Triton.
Yeah.
That guy sucks.
All the ladies
I
like
hate
him,
that
but
guy.
come on.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
not-
he's got killer abs.
Yeah, that's
The-
about
That's
it.
about it.
The amount of videos from Ariel, and they're like calling him daddy.
Zaddy,
Like, settle
yeah.
down, or Zaddy. Yeah, settle down.
Let's start a new trend where we go through and we boo him. Boo! Boo! You destroyed her safe space. You're emotionally unavailable. Boo! Authoritarianism. Boo!
I was actually, when we were preparing for this episode, I was like, all the good dads got like knocked off, man. Like you think about like Mufasa, like Arlo's dad from The Good Dinosaur. He was a good dad. Like it's all the bad ones. They're the ones that stay around, man. They get the reduced.
Maybe that's why
Tiana's
there's
dad.
so many bad dads in the world, because people are like, oh, if I'm a good dad, I'm gonna die really young. Like I'm not into this.
Yeah.
Disney's
The dad
Disney
ones
screwed
become
up
old
an entire
curmudgeons,
generation
yeah.
of men.
I love it.
Well, yeah, when thinking about at the beginning, talking about Andy, and then realizing like, oh, that's the one, literally like the one character that doesn't have a dad. I'm talking with my wife, and she's like, you know that there's a whole thing, right? Like Disney princesses like don't have moms, and almost no characters have moms. If you think about it,
Oh.
like that's a bad Disney trope. Is there's not many Disney moms alive for their daughters, who are often the main
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
So, for our female listeners out there, all of them, which I'm sure there's
Loads.
multiple, who's
It's
your
50-50,
favorite
so there's
Disney
two female
mom?
listeners.
Do you have a favorite Disney mom? There's not actually
Yeah.
that many to choose from.
No.
I got one, and were we supposed to answer that?
Yeah.
Oh,
go
okay,
for it.
okay. So
Just ponder on it.
Okay, yeah.
Come
I
back
got
in a
one
couple weeks if you can
right
think
off
of
the
one.
bat. Right off the bat, not an actual mom. So then it kind of falls out of this. But I'm gonna say Aunt Cass. Aunt Cass from Big Hero 6.
no, that's
she's a mom.
totally a great
Aunt
one.
Cass is a mom. She's
Okay,
a great
Yeah.
mom.
a great
Yeah.
mom had to take over this role, and
Yeah.
she loses her shit too, and is like, I
Yeah.
wasn't prepared for this. Like,
That's a great one.
I think she showed her love for her nephews and really tried her best to take
Yeah.
care of them, connect with them, figure out what you're gonna do, push them. Like, she was the ultimate mom, I would say.
Yeah,
Like,
she falls in line with stepmoms, adoptive moms, foster moms. She's a great mom.
Yeah.
yeah,
She was
agreed.
great.
No, that's great. That's a great one.
Well, I'll give mine. Mine's along the same line, but Lilo's sister. Like watching the
Yes.
animated movie, maybe because I was a kid or younger, I didn't really understand the dynamic there. But obviously, watching the live action as an adult and understanding that dynamic, how their parents had passed away, and it was like left to her to be like responsible for her sister, and she's like putting off her dreams to like. I had such an appreciation for that character after that movie, after the live action, being an adult and understanding like what that was. So I mean, again, not her actual mom, but the motherly figure in that story. Great mom.
Yeah.
Great mom.
That's a good choice.
I got another one.
Okay.
Johnny Tsunami's mom. She was amazing. She was constantly the like middle ground between his dad and him, and like trying to be the understanding one for everything, and always like, Johnny, like, go try. Like, I know it's not what you want, but go try. She was a great mom for a decom.
Okay, fine. But question on that note: who is Johnny Tsunami?
Whoa, Johnny Kapahala, man.
I don't know what
Whoa,
that is.
Sean.
Okay, when you're done with this episode, I know you're a night owl. Go watch.
can call me
Edit
Grandpa
the
anytime.
podcast later. Go watch Johnny Tsunami.
Yeah, on Disney Plus.
Is it a
okay?
show?
It's
it
a
was
movie.
a decom. It was a decom movie.
Okay.
It's like in
Yeah.
the realm of Brink, Smart House,
Yeah.
all
Johnny
those.
I don't know what that
Tsunami.
is.
No, nothing.
I got a lot of catching up
Oh,
to do.
man.
So don't be an urchin. No, you want to be an urchin. Don't be a sky. Don't be a sky. Okay.
I'm gonna go with a newer mom, not new but newer, with Laurel Lightfoot from Onward.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. That's
I
good one.
loved her because she was like the backbone of the family. She was super strong. She supported her kids. This magical world that she lives in, everything was fading, but she never let her kids feel like they were missing anything because their dad was gone. She, obviously with Barley, individuality always comes into play. When it comes to parenting, like you want to embrace your kid being an individual and not just some sheep. And she really encouraged that. And even like when they were questing, she was like super. Everything got really dangerous, and but she didn't like stand on the sideline. She went and found a champion. She found a sword and she fought this curse. And like I think it was great. I think that emotionally available. She didn't judge. She was very present. I think that she was kind of like everything a parent should be, because she was like a ride or die for her kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. I'll go with the newest Disney mom, Sue Storm from Fantastic Four: The First Steps.
Oh,
I saw
God.
that movie with Sean.
We did. We held hands.
I think my first thought when the movie ended was like, Sue Storm stole that movie and is the new face of the MCU, which is like so man prevalent.
Yeah,
like she legitimately, not just because she's like a beautiful person in real life, and but like her character, like she was awesome. And there's debate whether Pedro Pascal was a good Reed Richards or not, or whatever, but like I don't think anyone could argue that she was awesome. And
for sure.
Without spoiling the movie, like her momness was like her greatest power, as corny as that sounds.
Yes.
And I love that that's like the main part of what the story was.
There were a lot of great moments in that movie, but I think she had the greatest moment of the entire film.
Maybe two of them.
Probably
a couple
a
of
few.
the best. So
Yeah.
that would be mine, Sue Storm.
And oh man, I left there going, who is Vanessa Kirby,
Right.
and why do I not love her?
Yeah.
And it turns out I did already, because she played the Queen's sister on The Crown, and I loved it. She was my favorite show.
She was in some of the newer Mission Possibles too. Yeah, she's now like I think she's like the new face of the MCU. Honestly,
I hope so.
Yeah.
She was amazing. I can't wait to see her again on screen.
Nice.
If you guys haven't seen Fantastic Four yet, do yourself a favor. It was a blast.
And it's a good one whether you have watched them all or not. It's not a reset, but it's removed enough that you can just kind of enjoy it for what it is and then catch up later.
Yeah, but like the overarching theme of family was so important. Like we're these heroes, but we're also people, and we have people that we care about, and you're included in that. And I think that was a super cool message. But like just like the characters in general, like Silver Surfer, like them going with the help me out, Josh. What was her name?
Oh gosh, I don't even remember.
Anyway, that route,
I don't even
because there
remember.
were multiple surfers, and that was one of
Right.
them. There was the uproar. Oh, it's a girl. I'm like, yeah, she's canon. She was part of the story. So, anyway, even Galactus was great. The action was great, and something that you don't really think of until after you've seen it. I've seen it twice now. So, and I was like, wow, they don't really use their powers much. Like, there were like big moments, but it wasn't like they're like superheroes. They're just like super good people. What I mean?
Most of the movie was just them as humans and their family, which I actually really enjoyed.
Yeah, which is kind of like in line with the last really good Marvel movie, I think, which was Thunderbolts. Like it's they're doing things that are a little bit more like. I saw the same exact thing with Superman, which is completely out of MCU, obviously. Well, no, he isn't, right? He's
second. According to Google AI, he's a Marvel character.
But I'm really a big fan. Like I love comic book movies. Don't get me wrong, but I love like them showing the people behind the superhero.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That is so good.
Yeah, there's got to be a way to relate to them. Otherwise, it's just entertainment.
Exactly, and when you put humanity, speaking very heavily of Superman, when you put humanity on somebody that's this alien that has superpowers and he's the most powerful person on the planet, like you make him, the man. Same thing they did with Sue Storm and Reed Richards and everything. Like make them a human being.
Yeah,
and I think that's so important in storytelling, and they didn't really do that up until maybe like the end where Tony Stark became like Tony Stark and not just Iron Man, and you're like, wow, that's a guy, that's a person. So the humanity is huge for me. That's a good story.
Yeah.
Man, 3 right there, man. Oof.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming to our review of Fantastic Four. Well, that was fun. I know Sean's got a couple lightning round questions here to
let's do a
close us out.
lightning round. We need a sound effect there or something. All right, so let's do this quick. So I'm going to start with. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to put you on the spot. What character, anywhere in Disney, that isn't a dad, when you see him in the story, would you think that would make a great dad? Austin.
Mickey Mouse. Let's go.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Right off the bat. That's lightning
Yeah.
round. There you go. I don't need
Marcus.
to justify it.
I say Bing Bong from Inside Out.
Oh,
Man.
yeah.
He'd be a great dad.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Fun, emotional, all that.
Yeah. Josh.
I'd say Captain America.
Oh, for
Steve
sure,
Rogers.
yeah.
If 1/10 of his character rubbed off on Offspring, that would still be the second best human after his
yeah.
dad.
For sure.
Oh,
For sure.
yeah.
I'm going to go with one of the newest characters. Well, not newest characters, but newest in the franchise. Ben Grimm.
Yeah, I
from
thought that
Fantastic
too.
Four.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was
He was
the
a great
first
uncle.
to be excited about being an uncle and Sue being pregnant. Yeah, I think that he'd be a
Yeah,
great
nice.
dad. All right, next question. What Disney character do you think would be an absolute disaster as a dad?
Mater.
That is hilarious.
He might forget he has a
That's
kid.
good.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He'll teach him to drive backwards, but that's about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Peter Pan on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
That's
He'd
so
be a
funny because
shit
you're in
show,
line
man.
with what I'm saying. Austin, who's yours?
Oh, man. I'm being put on the spot here, and I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Oh. I mean... Jack Sparrow. Probably be a terrible dad.
Yeah.
He
Terrible
probably.
dad.
Let's be honest. He probably has some kids somewhere.
He probably,
He probably
has 5
already
kids,
does.
For sure. He has 5 kids.
They're making another one. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the pirate as well, and piggybacking off of Marcus, I'm going to say Captain Hook.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hates kids. Hates them. Hates every one of them.
Hates them all.
All right. Last question here. You get to have one Disney dad as your actual dad for a day. Who are you picking and why?
Okay, I have one.
Josh.
I'll say Zeus.
Oh.
Okay.
I was always fascinated with like the whole Mount Olympus and Greek mythology stuff from Hercules. I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind hanging out up there for a day.
It's a sick
So,
one.
if
That's
he
a
lets me
good
throw
one,
some lightning
actually.
bolts,
Yeah, for
sick.
sure.
like a
All
javelin.
right. Marcus.
Oh man, I mean, I would say Goofy. I mean,
Yeah.
it's got to be Goofy for me. I mean, he's my guy across the board. Yeah, I think that's self-explanatory for me.
Yeah. Okay, Austin, while I'm thinking of a new one because
Sorry.
Marcus
Yeah.
just took mine, who's yours?
I'm going good old Scott Calvin. I would love for my dad to be Santa
There you
Claus.
go.
I would love being in Christmas 24/7, and my dad's the man. Like he
Yeah.
makes Christmas happen.
Yeah.
So I will
I
go
love
back
that.
to him, even though he was a piece of shit at the
When he's
beginning.
not a piece of shit.
Yeah, when he's he's the greatest Santa of all time.
Redemption stop. Yeah. I would say I would take the easy road and say Mufasa, but I'm gonna go a different route, and I'm gonna say King Fergus
Oh.
from Brave.
He would be
because he's
fun.
chaos.
Yeah.
He is chaos,
Yeah.
and that would be so much. If it's just for one day,
Right.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah.
good dad. He's loud. But he loves his
Eat
kids.
some turkey legs.
Yeah.
know.
But that'd be a blast. Like we go hunting,
Yeah.
maybe. I've never hunted. You teach me how to, shoot a bow. Like, yeah, probably a huge feast at the end of the day. Like,
Sick.
Let's do it. King Fergus.
Love it.
That's a
That's
great.
great.
Well, that's a good lightning round. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, cool guys. Well, hey, let's wrap this up. I know this is your thing, Sean, but who are you wearing? I'm actually wearing a small shop today, so I'll go ahead and start it. I'm wearing
Yeah,
my
do it.
classic Walt Disney World sweatshirt. because
Smallest
this
of
is my-
shops. Walt Disney
Stay-
World.
No,
World of
I'm
Disney
just leaving with
World.
that. But I'm wearing my friend, fellow Houstonian, the Happy Place, or this Happy Place, sorry.
Yeah.
This is
Nice.
her Lake Buena Vista walking club hat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, big
I've heard
friend.
of her. Good for her. This happy place?
This Happy Place
Nice.
shop, yeah.
Awesome. Austin, who you got?
I'm rocking Natty's Market, another small shop. Actually rocking my Jaws 50th anniversary, and if it's saying Jaws, it says Dudum, and it's
Oh,
pretty sick.
sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, that's Natty's Market on Instagram. They got an Etsy shop. It's pretty great.
I love
Posting
that.
lots of stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm
Speaking
rocking.
of, I saw that you put out some new designs for
I
Halloween.
did. I actually released some Halloween stuff. It's all the Magic of Mayhem stuff for my
Yeah.
podcast, but
I won't make you self-promote, so I'll promote for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, a Halloween line just released in August.
It's good stuff.
Nice.
Josh?
I guess that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing. It's not from a shop. It looks very similar to a Flying House Threads design that they have, but
Yeah.
this is actually a shirt that. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
It's a shirt from the Disneyland Fire Department that's only given to people who work at the Disneyland Fire Department, and they can kind of give it to their friends and family.
Sick. That's sick.
I had it for years, and I was like, I don't think I'm allowed to wear it in the park. Like, I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm an imposter. Stolen valor, But
You're not a firefighter, you fraud.
I talked to him recently. The friend who gave it to me, he's like, "Oh, it's fine. You can wear it. It's cool." And I swear, I get so many questions. Where did you get that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, sorry, you got to know someone.
I thought that same thing.
Yeah.
Where do I get
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Where's your axe? If
Right.
You're such a
yeah.
firefighter.
It's in my other truck. Yeah. It's with my big hose and my helmet.
I was gonna say, where's your hose? But I don't know if that was appropriate.
Camera's here, Sean.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, what about you, man?
Yeah, today as always, I'm wearing my nice mat. Dude, people are buying these hats, and I don't know why. I'm like, good, thank you. I
sick.
appreciate that. I
sick.
love them. It's my favorite. I've sold probably 10.
Let's
I'm
go.
really excited about it. But I'm actually wearing, this is one of my favorite shirts, and I'm going to show you why.
Fashion show.
Oh, we know
Yeah.
exactly why.
Because it's you.
It's
It's
you.
me.
Yeah.
It's me on a shirt. Yeah, that's my Red Guardian limo service shirt that my buddy Justin from Hometown Haunts created for me.
Love it.
So you can buy them on Hometown Haunts, or you can go get them at our Magic on Main Street shop
So
on our
funny.
website,
Love it.
Awesome, man.
magiconmainstreet.com/shop. Yeah, I love this shirt. It's so good. It's me. So,
I need to get the one with just your face on it.
dude, that's such a bad shirt.
In
It's
my,
so
it's
bad.
in the car. I just need to click buy,
Oh,
and I will
it's
rock
so
it.
bad.
Rock
It's so
it.
bad. I love it though. I love it.
Where can we find you on the interwebs? We'll start with you, Josh.
Most of the time, it's just on Instagram, the Park Hop Dad. Still plugging away with travel agent stuff. Love helping people do that, but yeah, I technically have a TikTok. I don't really post on it all that much. I've got one video that's up to 8 million views, and the rest are combined to about 20 views total. So I'm still mostly there to support my wife's content.
I like it.
awesome.
I like
The
it.
Park Hop Mom. Go follow the Park Hop Mom.
I love it.
Okay, cool.
Sean, where can we find you? What are you working on?
Yeah, just working on our Magic on Main Street stuff. Like I said, I've got something secret that I'm working on that I'm really excited about. It's a way to kind of just trying to work on building community. That's my biggest goal with the Disneyland stuff. So you can find out more information about us and our podcast, our vlog, like all the stuff we're doing in the park at Magic on Main Street Official on Instagram. But also, if you want to find me personally, you can find me on both Instagram and TikTok at the Mad Hatter with 2 D's and an underscore at the end.
Yeah, solid one.
Sweet.
Go check out my latest rant about how people suck.
It's actually very great.
amazing.
It's very great. And Marcus, what about you? Where can we find you? What are you working on?
Yeah, so I'm at the Diz Dad, dude. It's Halloween season. Obviously, it's college football season, so I'm started. I've mentioned this before, but like I can't remember what it's from. Oh, it's from Michael Scott. You know what he's watching, like what show or what movie he's watching based on what he says. And it's the same for
kill
me.
me.
Like whatever reels I'm making, it's that's what I'm listening to at that time. It's Halloween season. It's football season, so I have a bunch of stuff coming out. I have a Panic at the Disco reel coming out. I have a My Chemical Romance.
Yes.
A lot of just emo music, which I'm a huge fan of. So be looking for that.
I love
Heard
it.
my favorite
Amazing.
college football music.
Yeah.
Sports ball. I can't
Sports
wait.
ball.
What about you,
All right.
Austin?
Yeah.
Working on the Magic of Mayhem, pretty much in line with us right now for this. It's been 3 weeks since I've done anything, so I've kind of went a little dark, and that's not by choice. It's just kind of, I just haven't had time. So working on actually an episode of Disney video games, so that'll be coming
nice.
out.
Oh, cool.
I'm pretty much on Instagram mostly, but TikTok as well at TMO_Mayhem. The Magic of
Nice.
Mayhem, and then we've got the Dads of Main Street, and then you've got the Magic on Main Street. So we've got lots of the
There's a lot
magic,
of magic.
and
There's
something.
buzz. There's
It's
streets.
I think I was on my podcast and I said, "Yeah, the Magic on Main Street." I'm like, "Wait, that's not even my podcast. Like, what am I doing?" Like,
Those first couple episodes, I couldn't get either of our names right. I was like, what am I saying?
yeah. So that's it. We're chilling
That's
right
awesome. For those of you who don't know, Austin's nickname is Mayhem, apparently, because he was a race car driver.
now. Yes, I was.
It's crazy to go look him up, man. It's crazy. I went down the rabbit hole of your career, and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
it was pretty. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was cool to see. Well, thanks so much for spending time with us today. If there's one thing we want you to take away from this episode, it's that there is no such thing as being a perfect dad. We come in so many different sizes, and we all have our own story, and all we can do is our best. So keep sharing your stories and impacting others for the better. If you got something out of this episode, please share it with a friend who might enjoy it as well. It would mean the world to us. And please leave us a review, subscribe, follow us on Instagram at the Dads of Main Street. And from all of us here, Austin, Josh, Marcus, myself, I'm Sean. Stay kind, stay open, and remember, whether we're given perfect examples of what it looks like to be a great dad or not, we have the opportunity to be better than those that came before us. Our kids deserve that. They truly do.
Amen.
Thanks so much for listening to the Dads of Main Street. We'll see you next time.
Later.
See ya.
Half-assed it. Full ass.
Full ass.
All ass.
All
All
ass.
of the ass. All ass.